What if I told you that these old $quarter coins could be worth far more than just 25 cents? Some of these United States quarters have skyrocketed in value, and collectors are paying thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars, for the right date, mint mark, and condition. Certain rare years, especially early issues with a D or S mint mark, are extremely hard to find in high grades, and that's where the real money is. The surprising part? Many people already have these coins sitting in drawers, jars, or old collections without realizing their true value. A small detail, a tiny mint mark, or a rare error can turn an ordinary quarter into a hidden treasure. Today, we're revealing the full information, real market value, key details, and the exact signs that separate a common coin from a highly valuable one. Make sure you watch until the end, because the next rare coin could already be in your pocket. Moneybag Fire. The 1987 United States quarter dollar is part of the long-running Washington Quarter Series, first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington, and by 1987 it was still struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition with no silver content, carrying a face value of 25 cents, but a collector value that depends entirely on condition, preservation, and demand. The P mint mark represents the Philadelphia Mint, one of the most historic and high-production mints in America, and in 1987 it produced hundreds of millions of quarters for circulation, which means this coin is common in worn grades, but becomes significantly more desirable in high uncirculated condition. The obverse features the left-facing portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan, with the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date 1987, while the reverse displays the powerful heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, olive branches below, and the bold legend, United States of America, and quarter dollar, symbolizing national authority and economic stability. In circulated condition, most 1987 P quarters trade strictly at face value, meaning 25 cents, because of their high mintage and lack of silver. However, coins preserved in mint state grades, such as MS-65, MS-66, or higher can command premium prices in the collector market, often ranging from a few dollars to several dozen dollars depending on luster, strike sharpness, and absence of contact marks. Exceptionally well-preserved examples graded at the top population levels by professional grading services can reach significantly higher prices due to scarcity in superb condition rather than rarity in mintage. No major mainstream mint errors are officially recognized as standard for this issue, but individual error coins such as off-center strikes, double strikes, or dramatic die breaks can increase value substantially if authenticated. From an international numismatic perspective, the 1987 P quarter represents a modern circulating coin rather than a rare investment-grade key date, and its real financial strength lies in certified high-grade examples or verified mint errors rather than ordinary pocket change finds. The coin weighs approximately 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, and features a reeded edge, maintaining the strict production standards of the United States Mint during the late 20th century. For collectors, the true measure of quality is brilliant original mint luster, crisp detail in Washington's hair, and strong feather definition on the eagle's wings, because these technical standards define market value at a global collector level. In conclusion, the 1987 P quarter is not rare in quantity, but becomes valuable in exceptional condition, making it a condition rarity coin rather than a mintage rarity coin, and anyone holding a sharply struck, fully lustrous, high-grade example should consider professional grading to unlock its maximum market potential. When we move into the value discussion of the 1987 P Washington quarter, we must separate reality from ordinary pocket change and focus on condition power, grading authority, and collector demand at a serious international level. In circulated grades, this coin remains strictly at its legal face value of 25 cents because of its massive production, but the true financial strength begins the moment condition rises into uncirculated territory. A bright, fully original mint state example graded around MS-63 to MS-64 can command approximately $5 to $12 depending on eye appeal, luster intensity, and strike sharpness. When the coin advances into MS-65 condition, the value can climb into the $15 to $30 range, especially if the surfaces are clean, radiant, and free from distracting marks. Now the serious jump begins at the elite collector level. An MS66 example, sharply struck with blazing cartwheel luster and minimal contact, can move into the $40 to $75 range depending on certification demand and market timing. At MS67 the power becomes stronger, and prices can rise from $150 to $400 because top-grade modern quarters are far scarcer than most people realize. When we reach the ultra-premium MS67 Plus or MS68 category, where only a very limited number of coins survive in near-perfect preservation, auction prices can push beyond $800, $1,200, or even higher under competitive bidding pressure. The value explosion is not about age. It is about perfection, scarcity in top population, and global collector competition. If the 1987 P quarter carries a dramatic mint error, such as a strong off-center strike, a bold double die, or a significant die break authenticated by a professional grading service, the value can escalate aggressively, sometimes crossing $500, $1,000, or more depending on visual impact and rarity. Certified error coins with high visual drama and strong demand can outperform ordinary high-grade examples because collectors pay for uniqueness, intensity, and verified authenticity. The international market respects certification, population data, and flawless originality. A coin sealed in a respected grading holder with a top-tier grade carries authority, credibility, and liquidity. In the modern coin investment space, the 1987 P quarter is considered a condition rarity asset, meaning millions were made, but very few survived in elite condition. That survival factor drives the premium, and that premium creates opportunity. If you hold a sharply detailed, brilliant, untouched example with full luster and exceptional strike quality, you may be holding a coin whose value multiplies far beyond its humble 25-cent face value. In the world of high-level numismatics, perfection creates power, scarcity creates demand, and demand creates serious dollar growth. The 1977 United States quarter dollar stands as a powerful continuation of the Washington quarter legacy, a coin rooted in national identity, economic structure, and global monetary recognition. Struck as part of the long-running Washington series that began in 1932 to honor George Washington, this 1977 issue represents stability, federal authority, and the disciplined production standards of the United States Mint. Composed of a copper core bonded between outer layers of copper-nickel clad, the coin carries no silver content, yet it carries structural strength, industrial precision, and long-term durability. It weighs approximately 5.67 grams, measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, features a reeded edge for security and anti-counterfeiting integrity, and reflects strict minting tolerances maintained at an international manufacturing standard. The obverse presents the left-facing portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, with the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and the bold date 1977, projecting national philosophy and constitutional heritage. The reverse displays the heraldic eagle with wings expanded in authority, clutching arrows and olive branches in symbolic balance between strength and peace, encircled by United States of America and quarter dollar, reinforcing sovereign value and legal tender status recognized worldwide. In 1977, production occurred at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark and at the Denver Mint with a D mint mark, and both facilities produced hundreds of millions of coins, making the issue common in circulation but strategically collectible in superior preservation. From a market perspective, the 1977 quarter in circulated grades remains at face value, reflecting its high mintage and everyday usage. However, in uncirculated mint state condition, value begins to rise with measurable authority. Coins graded MS63 to MS64 may trade modestly above face value, while MS65 examples can command stronger premiums depending on brilliance, strike sharpness, and surface quality. When the grade advances to MS66 and beyond, scarcity increases significantly because far fewer coins survive with flawless luster and minimal contact marks. At MS67 and higher, population numbers drop sharply, and auction competition can elevate prices into meaningful premium territory, driven by collector demand, registry competition, and certified grading validation. Error varieties introduce another layer of financial strength. Off-center strikes, doubled dies, die cracks, or dramatic mint anomalies, when authenticated, can command strong premiums because uniqueness creates demand and demand fuels market intensity. The true financial potential of a 1977 quarter does not rest in its age alone, but in its condition, originality, eye appeal, and certified grade. In the disciplined world of international numismatics, measurable quality defines measurable value. The 1977 quarter dollar is not merely a circulating coin. It is a durable instrument of commerce, a preserved fragment of economic history, and a condition-sensitive collectible whose highest grade examples carry credibility, liquidity, and competitive market strength. In global collecting standards, perfection builds prestige, preservation builds power, and certified excellence builds real dollar potential. Now, when we speak about the true value of the 1977 quarter dollar, we move beyond simple numbers and step into the powerful world of condition, certification, collector psychology, and market momentum. In ordinary circulated condition, this coin remains locked at its legal face value of 25 cents because of its massive mintage. However, the moment preservation improves, the financial narrative begins to change with authority and measurable strength. A clean, attractive uncirculated example, graded around MS63 or MS64, can command between $8 and $20 depending on luster intensity, strike sharpness, and surface clarity. When the coin advances to MS65 with strong eye appeal, blazing cartwheel luster, and minimal contact marks, the value can rise confidently into the $25 to $60 range, especially when certified by a respected grading authority. The real surge begins in the upper registry grades, where scarcity becomes powerful and competition becomes emotional. At MS66, prices can move into the $75 to $150 range because far fewer coins survive with that level of brilliance and surface preservation. When the grade reaches MS67, the financial energy multiplies dramatically. Auction results have shown that high-end certified examples can achieve $300, $600, or even over $1,000 when collector demand intensifies and population numbers remain limited. In ultra-premium MS67 Plus, or near-perfect MS68 territory, where only a microscopic number of coins survive with extraordinary strike detail, flawless fields, and radiant originality, values can accelerate beyond $2,000, and in competitive auction environments, may approach $3,000 to $5,000 under the pressure of registry, set rivalry, and elite collector ambition. If the 1977 quarter carries a dramatic and authenticated mint error, such as a bold double die, a strong off-center strike, a major die break, or a broad strike with sharp definition, the value can expand aggressively beyond standard grading levels. Certified high-impact error coins from this year have the potential to reach $500, $1,500, $3,000, or more depending on rarity, visual strength, and professional authentication. In the global coin market, uniqueness commands respect, and verified uniqueness commands serious money. The essential truth is powerful and clear. The 1977 quarter dollar is not rare in quantity, but it becomes rare in excellence. Millions were struck, but only a fraction survived in elite condition with full luster, strong strike, and untouched surfaces. That survival factor creates scarcity. Scarcity creates demand. Demand creates rising dollar potential. A certified, top population example carries liquidity, prestige, and measurable investment credibility within the international numismatic community. If you possess a sharply detailed, fully brilliant, professionally graded high-end example, you are not holding an ordinary coin. You are holding a condition-driven asset whose value is powered by perfection, protected by certification, and amplified by collector competition.